So I had an eventful weekend. Well, not eventful, just, had shit to do. Kids had a birthday party to go to at FunQuest, which I had never been to. I mean, I guess, yeah, I'd never been to a FunQuest. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was a place you go play a bunch of video game shit. No, it was a roller. It was roller skating, but also games and shit and little jungle gym shit or whatever. I learned something while I was there because I had to sit there with the kids while they played for hours. With the birthdays party and everything. I learned. See, I thought that like going out and doing activities like that as teenagers was like a far gone thing. Because it feels, it just always feels like everything's just online. No one's actually going out and doing shit. And there was kids out there roller skating. Teenagers coming in, roller skating and everything. And they play in the jams and whatnot, and it did remind me of like I've been roller skating like once. I've been to I take that back. I haven't been actual roller skating. I've been to a roller skating rink. I don't know how to fucking roller skate, but I was there. I was out, whatever. I was a teenager looking for girls because that's what you do. And that's where that happened to be where it was at. Where people when they go look for girls. At least that's where my friends wanted to go. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this is nice. This is nice because I honestly didn't think kids went out and did anything anymore. Like stuff like that. Like stuff that doesn't involve your phone and the internet. Like actually getting out and like spending time with someone. Like I was just so impressed. I was like, okay. Maybe I'm wrong in my assessment on what's going on with the youth. Because basically when I sit back and look at the youth, I'm like, I don't know if these people can handle going on a date. Like being around somebody, talking face to face, asking questions, getting to know them, leading the conversation so you find the maximum amount of information about each other. That's how I view the young folks now. But maybe I'm wrong. Because going there and seeing them out there, they was out there. And like even a little slow song came on. And one of the parents, whatever, was sitting there and they're like, oh gosh, they're playing a slow song. I was like, oh yeah, you gotta play a slow song. That's when you grab them around the waist. You're rolling together. See, that's what I would have did if I knew how to fucking skate. If I knew how to skate, I'm just telling you what I would have done. That's what I would have been at with it. But no, I'm happy to see that, getting outside a little bit is still mildly live and well. And we're not just everyone's not just living on phones or meeting up the internet or texting and sexting and shit like that. But anyway, this is the JC Weekly Podcast, episode 13. Let's get all the see, I should have did this shit on Friday because it was Friday 13th and it's the 13th episode. All would have correlated. No biggie though. Let me get the socials out. TikTok JC Weekly Talks, Instagram JC_Weekly, YouTube obviously is JC Weekly, and my Substack where I have poetry, the stuff I write, maybe a little essay type stuff, like getting shit off my chest. Substack is JC Weekly. I kind of want to circle back to a topic from last episode. One that I was talking about that involved a quote. And I'm not going to look the quote up right here, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. Do my best, at least. The quote involved, "Does he like you, or did he find out that you like him?" That type of action, right? That was kind of the basis of the quote, more or less. And I went on about how that kind of shit happens, especially on the male side. They find out a girl likes them, even though they maybe didn't like them at first. They like circle back, like, "Oh, you like me? Okay, we can do something." And I remember talking a lot about the male side of it and how the males should not be settling like that. And then I realized I did not speak to the other side of it, the female side. I'm pretty sure I didn't, at least. And that bothered me. Wanted to be fair. Apparently I was very male centric as I was talking about it. But on the female side, just to keep it mildly short, we don't want to do that either, because now you're settling as well, right? You like them, and now they're just liking you because they found out you like them. Now you're selling. Now you're getting involved with someone who doesn't like you the way that you should be. That you basically not giving the same type of emotional energy back. It's not the same thing going back and forth. Like, you're on a different plane, and they're just there because you showing them a little action. You showing them a little attention. So I just wanted to clarify that. I realized it. I thought about it. I didn't go back and listen. So I could have said this during this night, just don't remember. But I feel like I didn't. I feel like I even named the episode, like the titles after, basically all more male centric. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't lean one way or the other. I was like, I don't want women doing that either, because I don't want them to, no one getting an unfair shake in a relationship, and everyone should be liking each other the same. If not, we need to just go our separate ways. Let me tell you what I saw. I'm sure everybody knows, as you scroll social media, tends to be a lot of movie clips that come up. And TikTok's one of the biggest ones. Like, they'll show a movie clip. And I don't know how they choose which movies they want to like push. It's not like they're pushing new movies. They'll pick a fucking 20-year-old movie and push the shit out. And this is a ton of clips gets pushed out about that movie. And I haven't seen a clip of a movie with Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes, and I'm watching the clip, and I stopped to watch it because I realized I hadn't seen the movie, so I'm just watching like a little 30-second clip of whatever the TikTok was. So I'm watching it, and Sanaa Lathan, comes on screen, and if you're too young for Sanaa Lathan, you don't know who the fuck she is, do your homework, all right? Do the knowledge on it, all right? Because I'm not going to tell you. But she comes on, and she's wearing this is obviously made maybe late 2000s. I didn't look it up. Late 2000s, maybe in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. I'm not sure. I can look it up, but I'm not going to, because I haven't seen it. I think it's called Disappearing Acts, is what the name of the movie is. Anyway, she was wearing bib overalls, headscarf on. And that thing was the finest thing coming and going. And I ain't kidding you. And I was just watching at that moment. I realized I was just watching just for her. I was like, damn, she looked fine. Why is she so goddamn fine? And then I got to think about it. Comparing that generation of female to this generation of female. Back then, you was just fine. Like you was just fine. Like that's what it was. You got seen in TV and movies or commercials or whatever, and you just be fine. That's what you was. You were just fine, and people started liking you and obsessing over you, and like, oh, she's in my top 5 and shit, shit like that. Like you just a fine human being. Now, when I do that, when I see somebody, whether it be a musical artist or an actress or whatever, I gotta wonder how much of this is real. How much of what I'm looking at on this person's body is real? Because so many people, first of all, let's be honest, some people go get the BBL. I'm not a fan of the body alterations. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not a fan of the body alterations. But yeah, most of them get the BBLs. Most of them like get breast enlargements. Most of them do this. Most of them do that, and they get to a point they start looking like the fake ones. You can see you can point out the fake ones. You see them, but you can't just like nobody no more. Because if I see somebody new out there, and I'm like, oh damn, she fine, and then I find out later on that she got some alterations going on, like I feel like, God damn it, JC, you let yourself down. You let yourself down. And then I gotta then you drop down on me. Like I kind of stopped paying attention to it a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna keep it real. I just can't. Why can't? I'm not saying there's still not some out there that are just all natural, but the big ones, everyone follows and everyone loves. They're just they're made up to look the way they look. They're not just fine. Just fine individuals. I bet you we can make a top 10 right now of the 10 most beautiful black women in entertainment right now. Over half, I'm gonna say 70%. 70%. All right, is gonna have some alterations, and that don't sit right with my spirit. I got a list, and the list ain't of folks today. The list is of some fine individuals, from the 90s, maybe into a little bit into the early 2000s. All right, these are fine people that didn't have no work done back then. It was on the screen and just looking as beautiful as they want to be. And I think these are all like actresses. I didn't even include like singers of that. We can get to the singer bag, but I just got actresses down right here. It's just, let me tell you, the thing of it is, most of these people, I'm gonna tell you what, all these people could still put a good portion of the people now. They could put them on the table, all right, because these people are still fine. Regina King, what you talking about? That bitch still fine, okay? Sanaa Lathan, we already talked about her, all right? Nia Long, that's it right there. She'll be forever be fine. Forever be fine. I ain't know if I seen her time where she ain't fine. Okay? Nia Long. All right. Leela Rashawn. She had her moment. She had her time. All right? Beautiful woman. Lisa Ray. Stop it. Always wearing white. And always fine. I ain't seen her in a little bit. I don't know what she's looking like right now, but I'm just saying. Gabrielle Union and Halle Berry. These are just fine individuals. These are fine individuals that I don't have to worry about. And I didn't have to worry about back then. If there was any alterations. Didn't even think about it. Back then, that's the thing. Back then, you didn't even think about it. It didn't cross your mind one time if there were some alterations. You just sat back like, God damn, she fine. God damn, she fine. That's the problem. We just messing with your body too much. If you fine, if God gave you the ability to be fine, just be fine. Don't quit acting like you need to improve on something. Just be fine. It's all right. All right. I feel like I need to get this out and talk about this because it is hot on the interwebs right now. And that is Jack Harlow and this neo soul album he put out. I need to break this up a little bit. So let's start with, first of all, I ain't a fan of Jack Harlow. I think he's supposed to be a rapper. I've heard some of his stuff. We'll call him a rapper in quotation points, okay? Quotation marks. We'll call him a rapper, I guess, by today's standards. And I've heard some of his shit. It ain't impressed me. Whatever. I don't know who likes him. I don't know I don't know what his target audience is and who does listen to him, but ain't my thing. That's that. How long's he been out? A couple years, 3, 4 years, 5 years? I don't even know how long a boy's been out. But apparently he's doing well for himself. So he came out with a neo soul album. I'm talking about on the cover, wearing the Music Soul Child cap and all that. I mean, he went all in. All in. I skimmed through it. I need to get a taste of what we talking about here. Because I didn't know he could sing. I was like, oh shit, he can sing. Because if he could sing, I was good. Whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Let's take a listen. The music itself sounds fine. But he does not have the vocals to do soul anything. In any genre with the word soul in it, or involves having soul, that ain't for him. That's not for him. Okay. But artists are gonna be artists. They're gonna do what they feel. They would do what that he was in the mood to make it. Like just like Andre 3000 was in the mood to make a flute album. Fucking Jack Harlow was in the mood to make a neo soul album. So here we are. So he made his little neo soul album with subpar vocals. And the thing of it is, it's him all the way through. It's him singing all the way through. And I'm going to use it, singing, that term loosely. There's one little song. It ain't him. It's somebody, I believe it was James Savage. Pardon me for not who that is, but this gentleman can sing. And I feel like if you can't sing, do not put someone on your album that can sing. Because now it just highlights how much you can't sing. So this gentleman got on one of the tracks, and he was blowing. He was going. All right, and it just showed how much whatever. So anyway, that's just my personal opinion of the album. Just off the basis of music itself. Now, it's called Monica. Now, I started seeing kerfuffles from the black community online that they said he was a culture vulture and he was playing in their face by calling that album Monica, because they say he's trying to say my N-word. Say Monica slow. It sounds like my N-word. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that shit's a stretch. I do think that shit's a stretch. I mean, I think we're kind of grasping at straws a little bit. Just a little bit here. I'm not mad at you calling him a culture vulture. All right. This camera's going through problems, so I gotta finish this up. This is what I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna finish up in short. I don't think he's saying my N-word. And his little interview he did not help by him saying he got blacker, because we know how white artists do these days with like Jelly Roll and like Post Malone, getting into the business with black music, rapping or whatever, and then turning and going into pop or country or rock or whatever, back to white music basically. So, but they came in off the back of black music. I think this has more to do with the time this is happening. This has more to do with the time this is happening. If he did this like in the 90s or in the 2000s, I don't think anyone blink a fucking eye. But I think people are kind of at a boiling point when it comes to appropriation of black entertainment, especially black music. So when a white guy comes in and is really leaning in to the blackness, neo soul music and whatnot. Not very good neo soul, but he's doing it either way. I think that's the major issue. Like, no one said that. We all love Justin Timberlake, but he did the same goddamn thing. He went from pop music, bucking boy band, into black music. Everybody loved him. It was a different time though. All right, like Everlast. Like, he fucking rapped and then he switched. He didn't. I mean, he rapped at first, but he kind of still did rappy stuff a little bit, but also played guitar and sung. But he made good music. No one fucking cared. Everybody likes Everlast. Okay? Eminem's Eminem. I don't personally like Eminem, but whatever. But I see it. I understand it. It's about this moment in time, and just tired of seeing all these white people appropriate black music, and that they've put their heart and soul into, and it definitely is heart and soul, and it's culture. It is culture. Like, hip hop is culture. Hip hop's not a fucking music genre. It is culture, and they're treating it not like culture. It's not culture to them because they're not cultured within that. They're not brought up with that. They love it because it's making them money, and they love it. They like listening to it. They don't understand the culture of it. So it is appropriation. So I do understand why everyone is upset. Do I think they should be that upset? I don't know. It's probably not going to do well. But who the fuck cares about Jack Harlow? I mean, how many black fans does he have anyway? Who the fuck cares? But it's all on them if they want to be that upset. So I understand it. I definitely understand it, but I think it's because more of the climate we're in right now, and especially with the Oscars going on and the whole Sinners stuff and everything. It's just, that's what it is, to me at least. He can help himself. He wants to make a neo soul album. It ain't good. It ain't good. Whatever. He ain't moving no needles of the neo soul fans, I'm sure. But anyways, I need to get the fuck off here before this camera dies again and I throw it across the goddamn room. Anyways, I appreciate listening. I'm sorry I had to rush at the end, but until next time, peace.